That's how we do it, Slumberjack. That's how we get them. How you doing, buddy? Hell yeah. You gotta make it a good one, or someone else will make it a bad one. Ah, retro. A category I used to be familiar with. And I guess I still am because I'm playing fucking Kotor. Tomorrow never dies. Holy. Alright, let's see how mad the fish people are. They're called Cellcath. You there, human. You are placed under the arrest of the Otto City Civil Authority. I've done nothing wrong. Though the Sith Embassy here is considered sovereign territory of the Sith Empire, we have been monitoring an alarming number of weapon discharges and detonations from within the base. Inquiries to the staff of the embassy yielded no response. It seems that contact had been cut. Our cameras recorded you entering the base shortly before contact was lost and fighting apparently began. It is the conclusion of the Otto City Civil Authority that you are responsible for the disturbance here, and you are hereby placed under arrest. You will come with us to await your trial. As material witnesses, the individuals who accompany you will be detained at your vessel, and the vessel itself prohibited from leaving Manan. We will leave. Now, do not attempt to resist, or we shall resort to overwhelming force. Watch it, sushi roll. I don't take orders from you. Greetings, human. I'm called Voilas, and I have been selected as your arbiter for the duration of your trial. Arbiter? Yes, arbiter. The one who defends you before the judges of the Cellcath people. I will endeavor to prove to them that you are not guilty of the heinous crimes that you are accused of, off-worlder. What have I been charged with? You've been charged with initiating violence within the Sith Embassy, murdering members of the Ambassadorial Commission of the Sith Empire, and disregarding our own laws regarding violence in Otto City. How will you get me free? I would first like to ask you a few questions regarding the events that led up to your arrest. I have already been given all relevant data on you and your companions, so that can be disregarded. For what reason did you enter the Sith Embassy? I had authorization to enter. Indeed. I find that unlikely, Off-Worlder, but perhaps the judges will be more sympathetic to your view. What is your prior association with the Sith? I have no prior association. I'm skeptical of that, as will be the judges. You Off-Worlders tend to congregate much amongst yourself. I see no inherent differences between your two groups. That should be all the information I require of you for now. If you wish, we can begin the trial whenever you're ready. Don't you need to ask more questions? I have all the information I need. We should proceed now. The judges are waiting. How can you expect to defend me without getting more information? I think this trial is relatively straightforward. It should be obvious to the judges what has transpired. I think I'd rather represent myself. While that is your right, I strongly recommend against it. I am versed in all the necessary particulars of this case and Cellcath law, Off-Worlder. You would do well to heed my advice. I said no, fishhead! No, I'll represent myself. I shall leave your demise up to you. What's up, fuckers? While your high standing among the offholders on Manan may bring you some leniency from them, being a successful swoop rider brings you no credit here, human. You stand accused of the grievous murder of many Sith and extensive property damage to their embassy here. How do you plead? Do we give him the Chad answer, chat? It was me. I did it. What's the worst that could happen? Guilty. You are guilty. You admit to your crime. Yes. Well then, I suppose we have no choice but to sentence you for your crimes. For the crimes you have committed against the Sith and against the laws of Ahto City, we hereby sentence you to death. You'll be executed immediately. The court has spoken. That's the worst that could happen. What's the worst that can happen? Next thing you know, I'm at the fucking main menu. Oh, Lord. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna go through the dialogue. The fucking Cellcast was like, really? Guilty? Not guilty. Let the record show that this trial has commenced. Presiding are Judges Shelkar, Josa, Nalashakan, Kota, and Dula. The trial is to determine the culpability and punishment of this individual in the recent assault on the Sith Embassy. Given the severity of this trial, we can dispense with the normal formalities of the court and proceed directly. You have pleaded not guilty, yet there were reports of weapons fire and detonations from within the Sith Embassy. You were seen entering and leaving the embassy. The Sith have not conferred with the authorities about this matter, but from all available evidence, it would seem that you are the source of the disturbance. What is your explanation for being in the Sith Embassy? I was investigating. Fucking Law and Order SVU? Yeah, dude, exactly. Exactly. I was in the same boat. I was investigating the disappearances of young Selkath. You believe that the Sith have had something to do with those disappearances? The Offworlder has probably been listening to Shayless and his rumor mongering. Most likely. Do you have any proof to back up your assumption, human? Have the Sith been implicated? I have this datapad as proof that the Sith are up to no good. Let it be noted that the court has taken this new evidence into consideration. This is most disturbing. The court will adjourn for a brief period to verify this evidence and discuss its importance. We have verified that this is indeed a Sith datapad, indicating their complicity in a plot to overthrow the lawful government of Manan. In gratitude for having discovered this heinous offense, all charges against you regarding this incident will be dropped. Pending a suitable penalty against the Sith, their embassy is considered off-limits to all Ahto City security personnel. No calls or incidents from their base will be attended to until this matter is dealt with, as they are no longer subject to the protection of Selkath law. You have been found innocent. May leave as you desire. The trial is now over. And that's right! Murder is fine as long as you protect the children. See? We're a light side character. The murder was justified. Alright. We gotta go fucking talk to Sunry, because this man's full of baloney.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
But Sunry, fucking.
Don't insult us both. Sunry is a just and honorable man. How dare you accuse him of such a thing?
Now, Elora. We're not here to pass judgment, my dear. We do need to know everything if we're here to help, yes?
Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just struck me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. He started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
Bro got tired of getting force pegged. He's killed many Sith before.
That was a long time ago. In a war, far, far away.
Ah, I see what you did there.
He's changed now. Settled down. Oh, just please, prove his innocence.
Your husband might not be so innocent, Laura.
This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. The man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
Yeah, and I bet the real Sunry wouldn't be raw dogging some Sith chick in a fucking sleazy hotel room, but here we are.
Joey!
I'm in the cell with him!
Check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
There are a few things we gotta clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Were you and Alasa having an affair?
No, what this must look like, yes. Yes, we were having an affair. I know it was wrong, but I'm a weak man. Alasa was beautiful and young. How was I to resist her charms? But I didn't kill her. I loved her. Please. I know I made a terrible mistake getting involved with Alasa, but I was going there to break it off with her. I did it, but found out later that she was dead. I don't deserve to go to jail just for having an affair, do I? You have to help me prove that I wasn't the killer. Go ahead.
There was a Rodian who planted evidence at the murder scene.
A Rodian? I didn't know there were any Rodians on Manan. Oh, except for Tybark and this one named Glupar who's hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rodians on Manan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask.
I know you're guilty, Sunry. I've got the Republic's data recording.
So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. They found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it.
But the Sith found out the truth, didn't they?
The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
Fuck it. You did the crime, now do the time. Just like I
You're
did.
a monster, don't you? All I did was kill a Sith. How many Sith have you killed? Dozens? Hundreds? Thousands?
That's different, Sunry, and you know it. We don't kill them in cold blood while they sleep.
I don't see how the two of us are any different. She was a spy. She was using me to get information so Malak's army could destroy the Republic. She deserved his eye.
Killing your lover while she sleeps is murder, even if she is a Sith.
If I confess, I'm looking at 20 years in prison.
20 years? They killed my ass!
Might even place Kotor sanctions on the Republic embassy. Without Kotor, how can we treat the injuries to our soldiers on the front lines?
Those are just excuses, Sunry. We both know you have to own up to your crimes.
No, I can't do that. And put the Republic's supply of Kotor in danger. No, I won't. Now look, I may have done something stupid, and it may only be worse for my standing by it, but I will not confess. If you turn me in, the Republic will likely lose its Kotor export privileges, and then we'll lose the war for sure. Are you going to send all those thousands, millions like Taurus to their deaths just for your sense of justice?
Sunry, this is wrong, and you know it. I am a Jedi. What is it that you expect me to do to defend your actions?
You do whatever you have to, Jolie. I know what I did, but I also know what's at stake here. No, I'll rot in here if I have to. But I won't betray the Republic. Do what you have to, but know what the consequences will be.
Yo, this Cage, he's like, I'm sick of being in here. Bro, just leave. This shit don't even work. I want to begin Sunry's trial. Are you certain, human? Once the trial has begun, it cannot be stopped, and once judgment is given, the case can never be reopened. Never? You must be certain your investigations are complete. Yeah, let's begin the trial. Very well, human. Let the record show that the trial of Sunry versus the Ahto City Authority has commenced. Presiding are Judges Shelkar, Josa, Naleshekan, Kota, and Dula. The trial is to determine the culpability of Sunry in the death of the Sith Ilasa. Representing Sunry in his defense is a member of the Jedi Order. Do you have any opening statements? Sunry is guilty of the murder. I have this recording as proof. Let this new evidence be entered in the records. This new evidence is most convincing. Seems to be. This shortens the trial considerably. In light of this new evidence, there is no need to proceed with the witnesses or cross-examinations. The court hereby finds Sunry guilty of the murder of the Sith Alasa. In accordance with Selkath law, the prescribed punishment for murder is death. The verdict has been delivered and this trial is now over.
This is why we Mandalorians don't have courts. We prefer to settle things with trial by combat.
Remove the guilty party from the courtroom.
Oh, Sunny, no!
Hell yeah.
Got something on you.
What do you think of Sunry's verdict?
You did what was necessary. Sunry was guilty. As sad as that fact makes me, justice had to be done. Doesn't matter that his victim was a Sith or that he was once a hero. I only wish that my old friend hadn't done it. But that's the thing about wishes. They don't come true. And now Sunry's dead, which is a shame. He was a good man, you know, once. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches.
Gandrus,
Yeah, what do you want?
tell me more about the Mandalorian Wars.
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us.
But what about the Sith?
The Sith had gone, retreated into their empire. They sealed themselves off from the rest of the galaxy. We thought it would be centuries before they'd come back. It's amazing that they could rebuild their fleet so fast. But at the time, it looked like the galaxy was in our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
What happened in the battle?
It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Remember, Slumberjack, there's no source material to draw from to make new Star Wars make sense. You know, Marvel has all these comics, but there's nothing, there's no Star Wars, there's nothing. Okay? Nothing. Why didn't you retreat?
It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
You know what the good thing is, Slumberjack? There's a wealth of Star Wars content out there. Books, games, from the before times, from the good times. I guess I need to go to the Republic Embassy. I haven't either. at least there's, you know, content out there to be consumed. And not the fucking new stuff that makes me want to grind my eyeballs into dust. I'm telling you, some of the I loved Mass Effect. 3 put me off of. Let me put it like this, okay? I played Mass Effect 1 maybe 5 or 6 times when it came out. Like, I was in love with that game. Me and that game could have gotten married. Same for Mass Effect 2. I played Mass Effect 3 once. Just once. But yes, I enjoyed Mass Effect, and I'm actually, after seeing some screenshots, how do I want to word this? They released a teaser, of the new Mass Effect, and it zooms in and you see some characters from the old games, so it's kind of exciting. Oh Lord. Well, good luck. Good luck. Mass Effect 2 is a wonderful game. 3 is a good game. Like, game-wise, it's the story bothers me. There's so many elements. I'm not going to get into it, obviously. I don't want to spoil you. But we'll talk when you get there.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base?
Here it is.
Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with, so the Sith did not manage to copy its contents yet. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. As you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. As you also undoubtedly know, we're doing very poorly. We need much in the way of supplies and material to stem the tide of battle and bring us victory. Manan is the sole source of Kotor, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get.
What has the Republic done?
The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes Kolto exports. But a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manan anyway. So we made a deal.
What sort of deal?
We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest Kolto directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since.
What happened down there?
We don't know. We just don't know. As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Rackard Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either. The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Rackard Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now I must live up to my end of the bargain.
How will I get down there?
I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door behind our Kolto packing room and enter the sub therein. It has been programmed to take you down to the station, and also to take you back up should you need something. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this base secure. The Sith have also noted our interest, and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, Find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left down there. Perhaps even the head scientist, Kono Nolan. Good luck in your efforts.
Kono Nolan. Let's, we don't need you anymore. Yeah, buddy. $6K XP to level. Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yes?
Human, there are Cellcath everywhere, but you choose to speak to me. Am I so different? Do you think I have the answers the others do not? That's a strange greeting. These are strange times. The Sith and Republic battle to control the galaxy, but their war destroys what they both seek to possess. The war sows fear and confusion. People are lost. They want guidance, direction. They have questions, and they want answers. This is why I'm here. I too seek answers. Answers to what? The Republic, the Sith, the war, everything, nothing. Answers are always hardest to find when the questions are unclear. Yet that does not stop us from searching. Who are you? A name? There is power in names. Yet in the end, a name alone means less than nothing. I'm Hulis, a traveler from the world of Duro. And what is your name, human? Boondar. Now we know something about each other, but really, we still know nothing. What do you want with me, human? I want to ask you some questions. I'll do my best to answer them, though I'm only recently arrived to this world. Many of your questions would be better answered by others, I'm sure. What are you doing here? I'm an observer, a seeker of answers. The Sith and Republic vie for control of the galaxy, and I'm anxious to know as much as I can about their eventual victor. On Manon, I can observe both parties in relative safety. The Sith and the Republic coexist here. Unlike anywhere else in the galaxy, here I watch, I study, and learn. I'll be going. And so you leave, perhaps to return, perhaps not. Yet I'll remain here, for my work is not done. What a weirdo. Where am I going? Where was that guy at? I'm trying to remember where that Cellcath was. Shayless.
Why are you back again? I didn't show enough disinterest the first. Go look for your fans over.
Bitch ass Sith. Okay, I wasn't here. E. I don't think he's in the hotel. That was Gulpo or whatever his name was. This area is so, like, moderately confusing. I don't want to call it confusing, but it's just like the same area over and over again.
Hey, Tyberg, how's it going?
The Sith continue to befoul the beauty of this watery world, but otherwise, I'm keeping well.
Ah, glad to hear it. Hey, this stuff's all for the Republic embassies, so can you just bill it to them?
Of course, good soldier. I trust the Republic to pay its bills completely. me see what you got. Punk ass chump. Bothan Needler. Zabrak Battle Cannon. I'll buy one of them. One of them. Blast rifle does 1 to 8. This thing does 6 to 13. If it was upgradable, I would grab it. What does HK's gun do?
Sure.
We could sell these lightsabers and make up some of that cost. $17 to $20. Manan is, I stand by my statement that this is my, least favorite planet in this game. Why did I fucking exit out of the shop? Spoons? Fucking Zabrak Battle Cannon. It just sounds too cool to pass up. And the lower end of that damage is just thumping. Oh, is it though? I don't think so. Oh, because we're missing the... No, this isn't upgraded. Oh, this is +4 fizz. That's what I was missing out on. That one's more accurate. And it's gold. How can you pass it up?
Sure.
I'm gonna keep lying to myself and pretend that I'm making out in a positive here. I think there's a bar somewhere, isn't there? Am I tripping? Oh, yeah, Mercenary Enclave, that's what it is. AKA the bar. Okay, Nilco Balls. No, I'm still looking at it. Is it worth 500 credits to give up Republic secrets that quickly? I don't think so. Human, you return. Have you information for me? Have you discovered the fate of the missing Selkath youth? Have you any news of my daughter Shasa? I have information for you. Excellent. You've done well. What have you learned? The Sith hired an Iridorian mercenary to lure a young Selkath to the Sith base. This information is useful for a start, but it does little to explain the truth of this matter. We must know what purpose the Sith have. Are they prisoners? Are they even still alive? I must know more, human. I must know what has happened to my daughter. The Sith are training the Selkath youth in the ways of the Dark Jedi. That makes sense. It is a wonder I did not see this before. Manan's greatest strength is our neutrality. If Malik brainwashes our youth and indoctrinates them in the ways of the Sith, he will have a strong following among the Selkath people, strong enough to seize control of Manan and our Kotor. My daughter Shasa, she too has been indoctrinated into the Sith camp. I've convinced your daughter to turn her back on the Sith ways. Human, if you speak the truth, I am forever in your debt, and yet my joy is tempered by the knowledge that the Sith still walk freely about Manan. Hopefully the testimony of my daughter will be enough proof of their actions to make the Otto City authorities take action. I hope so. You have done much for me, human. Here are the credits I promised you. I only wish I had more to give. Thank you. Excuse me now, human. I must go speak to the Manan authorities about the Sith plot and what they have done to my beloved daughter. Hell yeah. The real prize was the XP we gained along the way. I just want to get into combat so I can watch HK flamethrower people to death. I mean, I'm completely normal and I am not interested in these crimes. What is this? You can't even see it. Fuck. On the map, there's a platform out there in the ocean. I think the map is bugged. Excuse me. Jesus. Man, HK be just tiptoeing. Once we go down here and come back up, then we'll tell the Selkath what was going on. That's a cool submarine, to be honest with you. We all got cooking over here. No loot, huh? I'm turning to the dark side. There's always a bigger fish. Truly one of the greatest lines in cinema. Controversial take. Also, this place got blasted up. Controversial take. I'm gonna say it with my chest. I like episode 1. It might just be nostalgia. Shit, I'm gonna say this. I like Qui-Gon. That's my boy. See, episode 1 came out at the perfect time for me. You know, I was in elementary school. The goofy shit didn't really bother me.
How did you get in? Did they send another submersible? Quick, we have to get out of here. We have to get away.
Who are you?
No, we have no time. We have to leave now. I managed to close the door after they killed everyone else, but I don't know how long it will hold.
I like them. I mean, they have their problems. They're not perfect. You know what I mean? But, like... I'm gonna be honest. When Obi-Wan says, I'll do what I must. Fucking... Ah! That's a good shit right there. That's that crack. I'm not going anywhere.
We have to leave. The Cellcath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. Someone must have triggered the defense systems too, because all the droids activated as well. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bodies everywhere. And the Cellcath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries.
Episode 3 has some of the best parts of Star Wars and some of the worst parts. I feel they did Grievous pretty dirty. I feel like a lot of times in Star Wars, the non-Jedi antagonists just get done dirty. Just filthy. Boba Fett gets slapped in the back in the jetpack by blinded Han Solo when he flies into the Sarlacc pit. Jango just forgot how to Jango. What's her name in the sequels? I don't even remember her. Captain Phasma. Cool looking character. Yeet. Director Krennic is cool. Oh, what's the robot in Rogue One? He was cool too. Anyway. Yeah. Robot cool. Who was the other one? Oh, Grievous. That man was a menace in the original Clone Wars. Not the 3D one, the 2D one. The animated one. Well, they're both animated, huh? The one by the Samurai Jack guy. And then you finally see him in the movie, and he's a fucking dumbass, basically. Count Dooku has taught me your Jedi ways. That was the technique that Dooku taught him, how to spin lightsabers with his robot hands. Oh yeah, dude, that shit was badass.
They
The
swarmed out
Cellcath?
and over us. There was no way we could stop them. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the door behind us, but the others had already left in the submersible. The sharks. The Ferox are out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the Cellcath. Like us.
I have to get into the station.
No! I locked the door so the Cellcath won't get in. If you open it, we're all done for.
I have no choice.
If you go in there, you're dead. You're all dead. If you want to die, then go. You won't hear me mourning for you. I'll stay here and be safe until some sort of real rescue comes.
Don't get your hopes up too high. I have no intention of dying.
Fucking Canderous, man. You think some Cellcaths scare me? Hell no. Sharks. Credits, credits, credits. Thermal detonator. The necessities. Where the Cellcath at? No. We let HK do the hacking here. We got some robots. We got some more robots. We got a robot. We got some dead dudes. Oh, hello.
Yes?
Why is there a door there if there's no path? Hello. If you don't use critical strike, you little bitch. Thank you. Take my eyes off them droids for 1 second and Canderous has killed them all. We're gonna pretend like I didn't just step on a landmine.
Acknowledgement.
Sure.
Get out there and do your people proud. Sharks. This is my hallway now. Am I missing the door?
Acknowledgement. Affirmative. Unsuccessful attempt.
Sure. No problem. Didn't work.
Door too thick for lightsaber? That's so good. Are you fucking kidding me? HK, where are you?
What? This is what I live for.
Fucking toasted his ass. He's doing it. He's doing it. I'm digging that, dude. HK just sitting back toasting him with the flamethrower.
Ready.
I will take as many new allies as possible. Jedi Master Robe. Oh, shit. Get up. Get back at it. Why not?
Yeah? What?
Open that bitch up. That droid just tried to jump kick me? What the fuck? That was not in the rule book. And now the fight is easy. I think we might need a little bit of that. Bro, really trying to flamethrower me? Candace, I would much rather you just did crit strike over and over again. You got it, boss. Yo, what's up, Z? What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Happy New Year indeed. Ah, yes. Whimpering locker. I'm gonna just leave that where it's at. Nothing in there. Oh, I got my environmental suit. Gotcha, Z. You handle them taxes. Your assistance is always much needed in that regard, I'm sure.
Is somebody out there? Fishy, fishy, fishy. Come and eat me too. You can't get me, little fishy. Not in here. I'm safe behind my walls.
I've been sent by the Republic to investigate what happened here.
Investigate? You're just like the others. Fodder for the Selkath. Walk and fish next. Trump, trump, trump. If you can run, you might be fast food. When the Selkath went insane and started killing everybody, I locked myself in here. I'm safe in here. Nothing can hurt me in here. No fishy food for me.
Yo, this game rules. I love this game. Carve you into little fish bits. You want to come out of that room. You feel safe with us.
No, 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 no. That's what the others said. Mercenaries like you, but they're dead. The Selkath ate them. Lunchy munchy. Only the ones left in the south part of the base might still be alive, or where the Kotor is. Few fishies there, but
many fishies in between the water.
What made the Cellcath insane?
No, go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishies, though, they just got hungry.
You want to come out of that room?
No, only the ones. When?
Come out. We'll protect you.
No, only.
If you don't come out, I'll just leave you there.
Bye-bye. Go look for fishy people.
Bye-bye.
Bite and chomp and bite. Food for fishy. That's you.
It was such a good era. The original Xbox era. Oh, they really are insane, huh? They're just attacking everybody. Like, this game, KOTOR 2, Jade Empire, it's freaking amazing. What a time to be alive. We're done playing fair, chat. Stasis field, everybody. It is very, like, martial arts inspired. For sure. They, like, made up their own, language. And it's very good. You can actually see them testing out some things that they ended up using in, Dragon Age Origins there. As far as, like, how they treat certain characters and recruitable party members. I don't want to say too much. Oh yeah. This game was... That's a mine. Ow. This game was so good, I bought the second one immediately. Like, I didn't even know it was out. That's how long ago that was. Like, before I even started paying attention to game releases. Like, there's a second one, you buy that shit immediately. Nice stun rate. There you go. Bro, hit him with the stun rate. He's already stunned. These guys give good XP. Oh yeah. I hate to say it, but Mass Effect's got to be the biggest disappointment out of all of them. Well, actually, the later Dragon Age games aren't my favorite. Oh, Lord.
That'll show you.
Jade Empire goes hard. That flamethrower. We gotta be close to leveling, huh? Somebody? Okay, they are. Jade Empire is definitely worth the investment. You get in and then you get out. There's no, like, expanded,
What?
trilogy or whatever. You know, I'll say it, it's not just the ending. The whole plot of that game makes me want to slam my head into the floor.
Didn't work.
Can I bash it from the other side? No. When you all get there, you will know. And you will say, what is this? Question marks? Question marks abound. We already looted this. Yeah, exactly. I warned you! Hello. Go to sleep. I like how my party just has no ability to see landmines. The sound they make when they perish. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes?
I made that sound sometimes, but not when I die. Verpine Prototype Ion Blaster. That sounds expensive. Why does my robot need an environmental suit? Lost Odyssey is a great game that I sadly never finished. I have it here somewhere. Oh, we've hit a dead end, boys. Finish it on stream? You know what? I might have to. That game, I'd probably have to restart it because I'd like to know where I'm at. I guess it's time to be a chunky bastard. Oh, can I not? I guess we gotta raw dog this one. Solo dolo. That game's like 4 discs on the fucking Xbox 360. Oh hell yeah, now we stepping. Oh yeah, this is the good stuff. This is how it feels when you run in a dream. My man, you just standing here? It's gotta be.
Who's there? You're not Cellcast, I can see that much. Are you another rescue crew?
The Republic sent us down to investigate.
I'm a merc the Republic hired a couple days ago to investigate. But all we found was a bunch of insane Cellcats killing everything that moves. All my companions are dead. The Cellcats swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong, somehow. Like something had changed inside them. Insane or something. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy Cellcats. There's no way for me to get to the submarine docking bay.
What are you doing in the underwater section?
I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the Kotor harvester they built on the edge of the Hackert Rift. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I could get in from the outside. I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and check that harvester out for myself. Besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed Cellcast mutants running around looking for dinner.
Mutants! This guy would never survive in the X-Men. I'll come with you.
I'm not spending another minute in this facility. Not with those psychotic fish people all over the place. I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. Going through them is the only way to reach the Kotor harvester. We should probably stick together. but I won't wait around in here with the cell-cath. You can catch up with me if you want. Down the hall and through the doors on the right. I'll be waiting on the ocean floor where it's safe.
Wait! No! Cue cutscene. Wait for it. Cue cutscene. There you go. You want to see some overacting? Here we go.
Don't just stand there. We have to keep moving.
That's a different person. Goodbye. Yum, yum, yum. Damn shark turned him into a chicken, egg, and cheese sandwich. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I hate how slowly you move in this part of the game. I could read a book while playing this part. But now we can run at a decent pace. Turn it into a reading stream. See, around now is when I wish I had force speed. I think in KOTOR 2 there are out like spacewalk parts like this, where you could cast force speed on yourself and then you just run fast as fuck. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This loot better be good. It wasn't good. All that way for 2 average frag mines? Not even a fucking good frag mine? Not even a great frag mine? Average. I once again pose the question, why must my droid stay behind? Does he need to breathe? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's because of the pressure. It's gotta be because of the pressure. Maybe it crushed his little droid body. Then we'd see his meat bag. Dude, I love Onimusha. Onimusha goes hard. That series has gotten done so fucking dirty by Capcom. I have all of them except for Onimusha Blade Warriors, the fighting game, whatever the fuck that was, the Smash Brothers game. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, and then Dawn of Dreams or whatever it's called. Totally forgotten by Capcom. Actually, not actually forgotten, because they released Onimusha Warlords on Steam, and then they were like, yeah, dude, Jean Reno, that guy is wonderful. Yo, get the slammer. And he had like a unique playstyle too. Oh, I'm all about some Onimusha. That's a series I'd like to play on stream. There you go. We might do that in Halloween. Jean Reno. That guy's cool as fuck. He's like hella underrated as an actor. Yeah, he had that fucking whip. No Nene, but he had the whip. But yeah, dude, Capcom released Onimusha Warlords on Steam, and then really tried to hit us with, well, you know, not enough people bought it, so we're not gonna do Onimusha 2 on Steam. Like, bro, you release a damn, not even a HD edition, like a remake. Just release the game with like widescreen support on Steam, and then go, well, not enough people bought it. Something has gone wrong. It's just goober activities from Capcom, and I'm not quite sure why I expected more. Let's go over here first, see what's over here. I would have loved to have gotten Onimusha 2, 3, and 4 on Steam, as well as a new game or a remake in the fashion of the remakes that they're doing now. I think Onimusha needs a remake more than RE4 does. I'm not afraid of no fish. God, I'm so fast. Yo. Is this the fucking Godzilla music? What is this? I'm just gonna try to take these guys out at one time. How did I get poisoned? Slurp on that for a second while I heal myself. There's so much wasted potential in IPs these days. It's actually disgusting. Like, Wild Arms, that IP has been dormant for years. Years. It's one of my favorite JRPGs, and they don't do anything with it. Yo, what's up, Chief?
No, you can't come in here. You'll let the Varaxa and the Selkath in. No, stay out! Stay out! I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
Kill them! Kill them now!
60 seconds to complete depressurization.
What? What do you want? Go away!
I'm a friend. You want to let me in?
Yes, you're a friend. You'll protect us. You won't let the Varaxa eat us. You'll keep the Selkath away. I'll unlock the door, but you have to come in quickly. I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me. I just panicked when I heard someone outside the door. Please forgive me.
Sony is stinky.
Just so scared.
We're both just scared.
When the Selkath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside the station when it happened.
The Frax and Sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Selkath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes. Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left. We heard the Selkath outside the doors every once in a while, and strange noises echoing through the base.
We thought everyone was dead or insane. I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say. I truly apologize for the horrible mistake I was making.
I'm Kono Nolan.
That's him!
This is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Harakard Rift project.
There is a spiritual successor announced for Wild Arms. It's something Arms. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now, but I will be buying it day one. I love Wild Arms. The only one I don't own is Wild Arms 2. Funny story, I bought Wild Arms 5 on a whim at Sam Goody one day. Like, we just walked in. I'm like, picked up the, collector's edition. Do I have it? Is it in this room or is it in the other room? I see Wild Arms 4 over there. I think Wild Arms 5 was downstairs. Yeah, I don't see it over there. It's a very distinct box. Armed Fantasia, there you go. But it's this nice fucking cardboard box with the fucking art book. It has art from all the games. And then the soundtrack for Wild Arms 5 is just... I've played a little bit of Dark Cloud 1. But I haven't played a lot. But it seemed cool from what I played. I'm gonna start playing more JRPGs on stream. Wild Arms is wonderful. I think the worst one in the series. Actually, I don't own all the Wild Arms, but 2. There's the PSP Wild Arms. That's a strategy RPG. But anyway, I think the worst Wild Arms game is 4. It's like obscenely easy. And also kind of strays away from the Wild West theme. If that's what you want to call it. It did a lot of things that pissed some people off, and it's had such a bad rap, it carried over into Wild Arms 5. Like, if you see a lot of hate for Wild Arms 5, it's actually spawned from Wild Arms 4. They changed the combat system, they changed the art style, they changed a bunch of shit, and then that Wild Arms 5 was never quite able to step out of that shadow, unfortunately, because that Wild Arms 5 is actually a very good game. With killer music. And funny story, there's a boss called Kardakea in Wild Arms 5, and his theme is sampled in. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna quick aside here. Let's see. Kea theme. Sorry for the caps. Alright. I'm sorry if this is loud. Is it loud? Alright, just give this a listen real quick. And then, so remember this. I'll rewind it and turn it up a little bit for you. So keep this theme in mind. Okay? Listen to this shit.
The right mattress makes everything clear.
You know exactly where my passport is. The right mattress matters.
This is not what we signed up for. Alright. Listen to this shit. Blade Liger? Holy shit, we're talking about Zoids now? So it's like regular Metal Gear Solid music, right? It samples the Wild Arms 5 Kartakea boss theme. Cool little tidbit of information for you there. I was sitting there playing Peace Walker. I'm like, this theme sounds so fucking familiar. Like, what is this? Well, this is drippy. But yeah, they moved to a hex-based system, and then people were not happy. Because Wild Arms 1 through 3 was turn-based, but it was kind of cool because the characters, instead of just standing there, like Final Fantasy, you have your guys and then the enemies guys, they like ran around, and it was kind of like an actual fight. But then Wild Arms 4 introduced the hex grid, but it was also easy as fuck. Like, I'm talking about, that game was, the difficulty for that game was like down here until you get to the last boss, and then it's like, why is it so hard? Why did the Cellcath go crazy?
We don't know.
Let's focus.
Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift near the vent. Then there was this rumbling, and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Firaxis shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then all the Cellcaths started screaming too, and they turned on us.
This is the price, the influence of metal music turned on you.
It was like they couldn't control themselves. Like the sound that the monster was making in our heads drove them insane.
Well, maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift.
It could have been. It might have a lair in the Harakard rift near the Kotor vent. That might explain a few things too.
Like what?
Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the Kotor, would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. With Kolto as a food source.
And all those other Phyraxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother.
So what can I do about it?
The Phyraxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but they still got some of our workers from time to time.
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them, but we never got it working right.
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do.
What are you talking about?
The repellent we made was supposed to drive Phyraxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development. The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them, rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station.
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the Kolto.
We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the shark. That's what we designed it to do.
How would I poison the shark?
You can take this canister of toxin. We were working on it just before
very
the
helpful.
giant shark drove all the Selkath insane. All you need to do is insert it into the main Kolto harvester and have it vented. Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much worse it'll affect the giant Phyraxan shark.
What other choice do I have?
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair inside the rift.
How would I do that?
You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture and the entire machine will destroy itself. The hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million sanguine, a liquid at about 4 million sanguine, and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, it's very explosive. If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction inside the machine.
But we'll lose everything we've built here. All those years of work.
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the water.
I'll do what I want and kill both of you as well. I'll try to destroy the harvesting machine.
Good. Destroying the machinery will be better in the long run. We can't risk damaging the environment or the Kolto. You'll have to break into the computer on the harvesting machine and fiddle with the fuel injectors to get the tank pressure up to the point where the hydrolium will liquidize.
I'm not good at that
Once
stuff.
the machinery is gone, the shark should leave.
That won't work and you know it. We have to vent the toxin from the harvesting machine. Once the shark is dead, we can get back to mining the Kolto. You know what you have to do.
I just hope you make the right choice.
I won't. Well, I got him. Water levels. The bane of every gamer's existence. I think this will be the other entrance. Yeah. Oh no, don't oh yeah. The slide puzzles. Get that shit out of here. There was a Game Boy game I had. Marvin the Martian's. Whoa, what the fuck was that game? Marvin the Martian. Game Boy game. Looney Tunes Collector Martian Revenge. And it had one of those slide puzzles and I hated it. Get twisted, Dingleberry. Hell yeah, Slumberjack. Did they have one of those slide puzzles in that game? Hey, Cemetery, how you doing? They had big fish. Hydrolium is unstable at 4 million Sangan. Transfer it. Fill it. No. Fill injector. Transfer it. Fill it. Transfer it. So that leaves us one in there. Now we dump the container. Transfer it. One. Then we fill the injector. Then we transfer it. I think there was supposed to be a cutscene there, chat. Okay, the shark has vacated the premises. Let me speak to the sea beast. He shows no signs of hostility. It allows you to pass. That's right, lard ass. Let me through. You know, the Lego games have always been something that I've been interested in playing, but I've never found the time to just sit down and play them. Let me walk. Open sesame. Hopefully once you find all the Starman. Okay. Goofy ass game, let me spin my lightsaber. It's so much nicer when your guy just runs by himself, you know what I mean? I wish I could keep that run animation at all times. You gotta be close to leveling. Yeah, we're on the damn cusp. Y'all made it back over here? Might want to tell them that it's done. Alright, folks, problem solved.
We saw what you did out there on the cameras. Destroying the machinery was the right thing to do for everyone. That creature, the giant Fraxton shark, the guardian of the Kolto or whatever it was, seems to have gone down a lot.
Excuse me.
It may be safe to go outside now, but we'll stay here and wait for the Republic rescue crews. Thank you for not making a huge mistake.
That's all you gotta say. Word. You don't even wanna. I literally couldn't move until I clicked that door. That's fucking weird. Ladies and gentlemen, we found a bug. Really gonna make me walk all the way out here? Now, where are the Dark Jedi? That's what I'm wondering.
At last,
Hello.
my searches are failed. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure you may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you. But you are no match for me.
I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself.
You were on the Indar Spire. You killed Trask. You'll pay for that.
Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life. No? Then I shall try to make this both quick and painful.
Fucking lame ass. Guys? You, plan on helping?
Yes.
Fry him up, HK. Just a little level up real quick. Now as for feats.
Yes?
Acknowledgement.
Fucking fried him. He's fucking spamming. He's fucking spamming, lads. I got something for him. I don't want to attack. If I wanted to attack, I would just attack. I want to give him a little bit of what he, I am going to take a hyper battle stem and then go to fucking town on this guy. Canderous is the real main character, and that's not Cope.
Acknowledgement.
Canderous got him.
Sure.
I need to pay more attention when I'm fighting, because I just let myself fucking die. 3,000 credits? Tell me your boy here didn't have any fucking, anything on him? Let's grab improve flurry. Or plus one to all saving throws seems pretty nice. +3 to bonus to all blaster bolt deflection rules seems pretty good too. We'll grab Master Toughness. That'll give us a bunch more health. We get 2 powers. Obviously, I want to pick up Heal. Fuck it, I'm grabbing Drain Life. I don't want to put on his garbage armor. Also, Canderous is goated with the sauce. Him and HK-47 just killed a fucking Sith apprentice, bro. A Sithawan.
You've returned. I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened down there at the facility?
The Cellcath went insane.
Insane? What did they do? And why?
They killed almost everyone on the station.
They killed everyone? And the mercenaries we sent later? It's horrible. What caused them to all go insane at once like that?
Your construction woke something up.
Something was down there? Living in the rift by the Kolto?
A gigantic Phyraxan shark that drove all the Cellcath insane.
It's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors?
A few scientists have survived.
That's good to know. Good to know indeed. But what has happened to the facility? Was it damaged?
The harvesting machine was destroyed.
No, that is terrible. That will set our work back years. It may even cost us the war. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, the cost may have ended up being much too high. But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. And for that, I thank you. Oh, and did you end up finding your star map?
I did.
As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together again in the future.
Items received, items lost, yabba dabba doo. Let's pay a visit to our friend at the Mercenary Enclave. Hello? Stop, human. We have detected a number of underwater detonations coming from the vicinity of Rackert Rift. We have been known to have asked questions about this, and our spy monitors in the Republic Embassy recorded you leaving in a submersible that descended into the Rackert Rift. You will come with us immediately to answer for your actions, or we will be forced to take you by force. Very well, I will come peacefully. But if they can do that, the whole system could silence. This is not for outsiders to hear. Well, human, you find yourself in the most difficult situation. The Rackert Rift is the most precious resource on Manan, and anything that threatens it or the Kolto it produces threatens our entire species. We will not tolerate threats to our neutrality, our existence, and our way of life. As much as we may admire your Republic and your Order in particular, I believe you'll have a hard time explaining your role in this incident adequately. We have determined that you are responsible for the detonations that occurred near the Rackert Rift. We demand to know what happened down there. If the Republic has broken its neutrality treaty with us, repercussions shall be very grave indeed. What have you done to the Rift? I don't think my persuade is high enough for this. You know, try to manipulate us with your powers. The explosions were at the research station both our governments set up there. Research station? What are you talking about? Don't try to lie to us, human. We know of this. What? It will be discussed later. This cannot be kept silent. The council will hear nothing of this, and you will keep your silence or be ejected from the court. But we cannot silence. What has happened at the research station? What caused the explosions? The machinery had woken up a giant Phyraxan shark. A giant Phyraxan? Could it be? Impossible. It is only a legend. But he said he killed it, didn't he? You killed the shark, human? I destroyed the machinery to save it. The progenitor. It must have been. Be quiet. That is merely a myth and not fit for our outsiders to hear. But if it was the Lifebreaker, the ancestor of our species, think of what this could mean. If it always laired there, then perhaps the Kolto. Enough. Off-worlders are not to hear such things. But he said he saved it. He destroyed the harvesters to save it. Indeed. This casts your actions in a new light, human. This, I believe, will require more thought, both on your actions and what we must do in response. We're going to take a lunch break while we consider. Yabba. We have reviewed your actions and the situation, human. We thank you for the destruction of the machinery and saving the giant Phyraxan, which we believe is the source of our Kolto, or at least its guardian. We will not detain you any longer. While we cannot show our gratitude overtly, know that you have earned our respect. The trial is now over. Oh. The trial put me right where I wanted to be. They're sending them down to a secret base. This is as I feared. Though the Republic is fortunate I was the one assigned to investigate this case, human. Allow me to be blunt with you. If I report this violation to my superiors, the Republic will be banned from Manan. But I do not wish to do this. I see the Sith for what they truly are. Ruthless and evil. The Republic has always respected our independence. But if they fall, the Sith will be quick to send an invasion fleet to conquer Manan. But I cannot simply ignore what the Republic has done. The Hackett Rift is the source of Manan's Kolto, and I fear the science station may damage production of the delicate resource. You must tell the Republic to stop this madness at once. Make them shut down the facility and recall their people before they do something we all regret. They couldn't. They had lost contact with the science facility. I should have realized, doubtless, they were hiring mercenaries to investigate the situation. But I fear mercenaries alone may not be enough to save their station. There are ancient mysteries within the Hackett Rift that even we Cellcath do not comprehend. I fear the Republic has awakened something that was best left undisturbed. The Republic's harvesting has stopped. That is most reassuring. Perhaps the situation is not as bad as I had thought. I will keep our conversation secret so that the vile Sith will not gain from the Republic's foolishness. I only hope my silence does not lead to disaster for Manan. Here is the payment I promise you. And now I must take my leave, human. My superiors are expecting a full report from me. And there is much I must do to ensure they cannot uncover the Republic's actions. Yeehaw. Alright. Get back to the ship. We're out of this bitch. Let's blow this popsicle stand. I'm Darth Bandon. Hello? Seems our little stowaway's gone. What are you talking about? I saw her sneaking off the ship. I called out to her, but she ran off. I guess she figured it was time to leave. You have to go after her. It's hard enough discovering her on this little ship. We'll never find her if you have to search the entire planet. I wouldn't worry about her. She's a survivor. She'll be okay. That might be why she left. Maybe her instincts warned her we were headed for trouble. Trouble she wanted no part of. That's a cheery thought. Guess there's nothing more we can do but continue our search for the star maps. Hope things work out for her and for us. Thanks everyone for your help. regarding that.
Yeah, what do you want?
Tell me more about the Mandalorian
The
Wars.
war we had with the Republic was supposed to be the most glorious battle in our history. But it was a very costly one. I guess we didn't think of how much we could lose in it.
How much did you lose?
There weren't many of us after that last battle. Mandalore himself was killed at the hands of the Jedi Revan. The best of us could not defeat him. After that last battle, those of us that survived were stripped of our weapons, our armor, and our basilisks. Revan's forces destroyed them while we were forced to watch. Those who hadn't fled earlier were left with nothing to call their own. No weapons, no armor, only the honor of having fought in the battle we just lost. For many, this was not enough. While the rest of us were sent into exile on the Outer Rim, they tried to relive the old days, raiding worlds. They're nothing more than bandits now.
And you eventually came to Terrace. Well, you know what? You found work as a mercenary.
Yeah, I found word on Terrace. Enforcing for Davik was not stimulating. The gangs on Terrace and Davik's rivals were trash. They give no thrill in battle, no honor or glory in defeating them. It was like stepping on bugs. I sought worthy challenges, but the best that Terrace could offer were nothing to me. But I think now, with you, I may finally find opponents worth fighting.
You're a worthy companion.
Maybe later I'll tell you more about what it was like to work for Davik. For now, though, we should get on with our lives. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right. Yeah, what do you...
That's the homie.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
I would like to try restoring some of your memory.
Affirmative. Request.
Let's get started.
Statement.
I've upped my repair a little bit. Nope.
Statement. As you wish, Master.
Let's try it one more time.
But I need
You guys gotta keep pumping that repair skill. Yeah, hella sabers. Let's check up on our boy. What's his fucking Facebook, apparently. It doesn't surprise me that someone on Facebook is arguing. Okay, that's not my problem. About toilet water. The tastiest water. Oh shit.
What happened? What's going on?
Sith interdictor ship. They must have been waiting for us on the hyperspace route. We're caught in their tractor beam.
Uh-oh.
Do you recognize the ship?
It's the Leviathan. Saul Karrath's vessel. My old mentor.
Let's give him the fucking dick punch. Damn, he's sucking us sideways.
Admiral Karrath taught me everything I know about being a soldier. He was a legend in the Republic fleet, and a hero to me until he betrayed us. When the Sith attacked my homeworld, the Leviathan, which is Saul Karrath's flagship, was at the head of the fleet. My family was destroyed that day, and my wife died in the Sith bombardment.
Don't do anything you'll regret.
I'm not gonna do anything stupid. I mean, I won't throw our lives away in some mad quest for vengeance, but if I get a chance to kill Saul during our escape, nobody better get in my way.
Talk of an escape is somewhat premature, don't you think? We don't even have a plan to get out of this mess yet.
And I'll admit, it won't be easy. Saul's no fool, and he won't underestimate us either. Count on plenty of guards watching every move we make.
Maybe Admiral Kareth doesn't know how many of us there are on board. We all have special talents. Talents we could exploit so that one of us could stage a rescue. We just have to figure out who has the best chance to avoid capture so they can come and rescue us later. It's a long shot, but it's our only hope.
Some way you can use your battle meditation here?
The Admiral will be watching the three of us far too closely for any plot involving you, me, or Karth to succeed. It's going to be...
Well, if we're gonna pick someone to save our skins, we better do it quick. In another minute, we're gonna have Sith troops marching up our loading ramp.
You know what? Let's give Juhani time to shine. You can use your force powers and camouflage abilities to avoid capture.
You speak the truth. I alone of all the group might be able to remain hidden if the Sith search the ship. I could wait until the guards have completed their search, then come to rescue you.
We'll try it your way, Juhani. May the force be with you.
Hold on. They're dragging us into the docking bridge.
Bastila, Karth, and the crew have been taken prisoner as you ordered, Commander.
Excellent. Have you searched the ship thoroughly? Admiral Kareth warned me to be on alert for any kind of treachery.
We searched the ship from top to bottom. Somebody would have had to be invisible for us not to find them in there.
Well done. Return to your post and I'll tell the Admiral of this.
Karth, it has been far too long since we last spoke. I see the recent months have not been kind in your case. I barely recognized you.
But I recognize you, Saul. I see your face every night, even as I promise myself I will kill you for what you did to my homeworld.
Did you learn nothing in your time under me? As a soldier, you should understand that casualties were unavoidable. This was an act of war.
It was a cowardly act of betrayal. Your fleet bombed a civilian target into oblivion without warning or provocation, and the blood of those innocent people is on your hands.
In war, even the innocent must die. The Sith would not accept me until I proved I had truly turned my back on the Republic by bombing the planet.
My wife died in that attack, Saul. And for that, I swear I'll kill you.
You used to be a man of action, not of empty words. Cling to your lust for revenge if you must, but spare me your tired threats. I've heard them all before. You're an insignificant part of these events anyway. Lord Malak is far more interested in your Jedi companions. He has great plans for them.
We will never serve Malak or the dark side. The Sith will be destroyed, Admiral Kareth, as will you if you don't turn away from this path.
Your words are brave, Bastila, but the lure of the dark side is hard to resist, or so I've been told. I wonder if your companion is as devoted to the light as you are.
You're wasting your time, Saul. I'll never betray the Jedi.
You're defiant. I'm certain Malak will find your loyalty to the Jedi amusing. The Dark Lord would probably reward me if I just killed you once and for all, but he may want to question you given the trouble you've caused him, and the history between you.
History? What are you talking about?
You mean, oh, this can't be true, can it? You really don't know what's going on here, do you? Well, I won't be the one to deprive Malak of the pleasure of telling you himself. The Dark Lord will no doubt torture you for information and for his own twisted pleasure. Eventually, you will tell him everything. The Sith can be very persuasive. However, Lord Malak is in another sector. It may be some time before he arrives, so I suppose I will have to fill in for him until then. Activate the torture fields. Enough. I don't want them to pass out before I question them. Malak will appreciate any information I can give him when he arrives.
Don't waste your breath, Saul. We won't answer any of your questions.
I'm sure you won't. However, we both know your friend's loyalties have proven in the past to be somewhat flexible.
My loyalty is as true as Bastila's.
It is time to put your loyalty to the test. I doubt torturing you will gain me your true cooperation. Your will is too strong to be broken that way. However, even the strongest of heroes has trouble watching those they care about suffering. The interrogation will begin now. Each time you refuse to answer or give me a false answer, Bastila will suffer.
I don't really like her anyway. I will not betray the Jedi Order, even to save Bastila.
My pain is meaningless. Tell him nothing.
I tire of these games. Now I want answers. On what planet is the Jedi Academy at which you were trained?
Alderaan. It's on Alderaan.
Alderaan is nothing but a planet of artisans and philosophers. There is no training academy there. You must think this is a
That's
game.
funny.
Very well. This is the price of your resistance. Enough. You see what happens when you try to defy me. This first question was a test. Obviously, Malak knew the Academy was on Dantooine, and it has since been destroyed by our fleet. Dantooine is an empty graveyard now. Nothing is there but a smoking ruin and the charred remains of your former masters.
You'll pay for this crime, Saul. You and all the Sith.
More empty threats. We Sith prefer to let our actions speak for us. Perhaps that is why we are winning this war. Now, tell me your mission. How were the Jedi planning on using you to stop Lord Malak and our Sith Armada?
You've been sent to assassinate Malak.
Do you take me for a fool? The Jedi are not assassins. They would never devise such a plan. Perhaps you need a reminder of the consequences of refusing to cooperate.
No! Pain!
Listen, can you not hear her suffering? You can spare her further pain by simply answering my questions. Now I will ask again, on what mission did the Jedi Council send you?
This accomplishes nothing, Saul. We will never betray the Republic.
Perhaps another lesson is in order.
No! No! I beg you, no! Mercy! No!
I am surprised she did not pass out sooner. Rarely have I seen someone withstand such punishment and remain conscious. I see I am wasting my time here. When Malak arrives, you will learn my interrogation techniques are considered merciful among the Sith. I will leave you here in your cell with a small taste of the horrors you will suffer when Lord Malak arrives.
Shocking.
Don't try to move too quickly. You might not be fully recovered yet. Admiral Karath had his guards continue to torture you even after you passed out.
They tortured all of us, though you got the worst of it by far. Saul wanted them to make us suffer. He's become some sort of sadistic monster.
The dark side has perverted him, Karth. Once you start down the tainted path, it leads you ever further into the depths of evil. I fear he is forever lost.
No one is without hope of redemption, Bastila.
Yes. I suppose you're correct. Sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that hope in the face of such unbridled cruelty. But you speak the truth. I suppose I'm taking the news of Dantooine's destruction quite hard. First Taras, now the Academy. Is there no end to the killing?
It's hard to believe.
I'd like to believe that Saul was lying to us. But even as he said the words, I knew they were true. The Academy is gone. We should have felt a disturbance in the Force when the attack came. The fact that we did not is a bad sign. I fear the dark side is growing stronger, casting shadows our vision cannot pierce. I can only hope that some of the Jedi escaped. Rook, Endar, Zar. I cannot imagine all of them being gone. In any case, we've lost our one place of refuge in the galaxy.
None of this will matter if we don't get out of this prison before Saul gets back.
Where's Saul now?
Saul mentioned that Lord Malak was on his way. I think the Admiral left to prepare for his arrival and to report the results of our interrogation.
It is fortunate you were able to resist the Admiral's questioning. The fate of the galaxy could be changed by revealing the slightest piece of vital information. I have to confess something. There was a moment, just a moment, when part of me was hoping you would tell him what he wanted to know, just to make the horrible pain stop.
The only reason I stayed silent was to watch you suffer. Saul would have tortured us no matter what I told him.
I've known Admiral Kareth a long time, and I think you're right. The interrogation was a sham. Saul was toying with us. He didn't care what we told him. I think it was just an excuse to torture us before Malik arrived.
Did you feel that? A disturbance in the Force. The Admiral has sent his message. The Dark Lord knows we're here now. Malik is coming.
Well, then we better hope Juhani busts us out of here before he arrives.
I shall not be seen.
Ooh. She's got hella levels to throw in too. That's literally it. What would a Dark Jedi say here? I did it to watch you suffer. You're not wrong. You're not incorrect. Grab a little force lightning, why not? Treat yourself, that's what they say. Master Force Jump. So we just jump to him if we got the chance, huh? Pretty nifty. Just have Juhani take all the evil powers. Because, you know, at the end of the day, why not? Just keeps going. Fucking force kill. Alright. This is where we're gonna call it for now. Appreciate everybody for being here. Z, thanks for hanging out. Hope you're doing well the rest of the day. Hope you have a great one. Cemetery, Slumberjack, appreciate you all for being here. I don't even have my fucking Twitch stream up. I wonder if anybody else is live that I would like to read, maybe. Alright. I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here. I appreciate everybody for being here. I'll be back live Friday for probably more KOTOR or maybe some fucking multiplayer games. You never know on a Friday. I'll catch y'all later. Decades! My boy! You caught me right at the end, brother. Splatos. But anyway, everybody, I'll be back live Friday, 9-10 o'clock. Slodios. Slodios, brother. Yo!
I shall follow.
Thanks for the follow, homie.